On March 11, 2011, at 2:46 p.m. local time, a monstrous force was unleashed deep off Japan's northeastern coast. A megathrust earthquake, measuring magnitude 9.0, ruptured the sea floor near the Tōhoku region. The quake lasted nearly 6 minutes, sending shockwaves across Japan, felt in Tokyo, in the mountains, even across the Pacific. In that moment, the uncharted became unstoppable. Beneath the waves, the seafloor had slipped as much as 50 meters horizontally. The ocean above it didn't wait, it rose, collapsed, and sent a wall of water outward with unbelievable speed.
Within minutes, the sea turned traitor. Tsunami waves soared. In Iwate Prefecture, one wave reached around 40 meters high, taller than a 10-story building. In Sendai, the waters raced in at over 700 kilometers per hour, barreling across the coastline and penetrating up to 10 kilometers inland. Communities that once sat quietly by the ocean were swallowed whole. Homes, streets, cars, children, everything perched near the shore vanished in seconds. Some tsunami inundation exceeded 5 kilometers inland. Villages found themselves underwater. Mountains of debris floated. The sea did not retreat gently, it dragged life and earth with it.
The human cost was staggering. More than 15,000 lives were confirmed lost, thousands more were declared missing. Hundreds of thousands were displaced, forced into evacuation shelters, uncertain if they would ever return home. Entire neighborhoods were erased. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, rail lines, lay broken. Electricity and water systems failed. Towns were left in ghostly silence. The worst catastrophe, though, erupted when the tsunami struck Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. Its cooling systems failed. Reactors melted. Radiation leaked. A new disaster was born in the shadow of the old.
Rescue teams flooded in, Japanese self-defense forces, Red Cross, international aid. Helicopters searched flood zones. K-9 units crawled rubble. Survivors cried for children lost, for homes lost, for normal gone. In shelters, people huddled, sharing rations, waiting for news. Some died in those shelters, not from the quake, but from disease, exposure, or loss. Fuel shortages slowed relief. Snow and cold weather hammered the stranded. In isolated towns, supplies were cut off. Some had one meal a day. By June 2012, nearly 347,000 people still lived displaced. Temporary housing units were erected en masse with urgency. In coastal prefectures, Miyagi, Iwate, Fukushima, the task of rebuilding loomed like a mountain.
Japan's disaster response was tested like never before. Building codes were re-examined. Tsunami defenses were rethought. Evacuation plans were rewritten. The world watched how Japan would recover. Over time, many towns rebuilt farther inland. Raised seawalls were built. Early warning systems were improved. Infrastructure was made more resilient, but the scars remain. Even years later, entire East Coast towns show the map of what used to be. Memorials stand where homes once stood. Survivors speak in quiet voices of what they saw, of loved ones lost to wave and earth.
The 2011 Tōhoku earthquake and tsunami wasn't just a disaster. It was a reminder of how fragile our world is when the planet moves. It showed how quickly life can change. How a moment of chaos can rewrite the map of memory, place, and hope. But it also showed something else: courage. In rescue. In rebuilding. In refusing to let loss define them forever. When the earth roared and the sea came, Japan answered, not with surrender, but with resolve.